Hello, everyone. How's it going? Oh, GDP. We're live. We're live again. Can everyone hear us? I don't know if this makes a difference. Are we coming in loud and clear? Big Dreams Homestead, how's it going? Country Homestead Preacher. Farming Our Backyard, what's up? Tinker's Wife, how's it going? Oh, don't cover the camera. 13 Moons Homestead, how you doing? Whoa! Oh my goodness, Doug. Off grid with Doug and Stacy. Wow. Now I am. I was nervous tonight for some reason. And I was nervous going into this. We've done multiple lives, but then all of a sudden, like, now I'm really nervous. Amy, how's it going? Oh, man. Taylor?
Taylor's here. Hi,
What's
Taylor.
up, Taylor? James? Rick Bird, how's it going? Ah, man. Honest Open Permaculture, what's up, Bill? Bill's here. Everything's okay.
Everything's
Woo.
cool.
Southern Blessed Homestead, how's it going? Oh, man. So much going on here, right? What's been going on? She doesn't know what's been going on. What have you been busy doing?
Well, I'm still working on the 3D model for our house.
Yep.
Plugging away at it.
That's been taking a long time. Because she's building it out of clay, and the process is just, it's taking a while. But it looks, what's there looks pretty fantastic.
It's going to be so cool when it's done.
Heirloom Permaculture, how's it going? And what else have you been doing? What have you been doing like all day today?
Editing videos.
Whoa. Wow. My mind is blown here. Doug from Off Grid with Doug and Stacy.
That's so nice.
Incredible. I don't even know what to say. I'm absolutely beside myself. Wow. Yeah. The 2020 house build is gonna be, it's gonna be exciting. My goodness. I don't even know what to say. Now look at this. Show's over, everyone. I'm speechless. I can't say anything. Oh my goodness. Thank you. Yeah. This is gonna be a huge year. I have no idea how long this house build is going to take, but
things are underway.
It's underway. We're gonna milk it for as long as possible. Oh my goodness. By the way, man, if you haven't checked out Off Grid with Doug and Stacy, go check out their channel. They're a pretty cool. They're a pretty cool channel. Help them out. North Star Prepsteader, how's it going? Homestead Evolution, how's it going? So many people here. Thanks everyone for stopping in and joining us on the live. Food Foresters, what's up? Mama Tried Homestead. The Epperkit Tiny House, Sherry. Thank you, Butcher Baker and the Queso Maker. Thanks for stopping in. Amos Farm, how's it going? Yeah, so you've been working on a video, right? You've been working on a video for how long? How many hours do you think you've been putting into this?
I don't know. I'm probably having a little too much fun with it.
At some point, She just stopped counting the hours putting into this video. It's a lot of time. But we've been testing. If you caught the last video, we made a lot of bricks, testing out different kind of mixes of soil, concrete, all that stuff, lime, and then we tested it. That was a lot of fun. It was a lot of fun busting everything up. Geeky Gardens, how's it going? McCoy's Oak Hill Farm, the busy little house. How's it going, everyone? Oh, man. So we busted up bricks the other day. And I've been busy. Don't think she does all the work around here. I've been busy doing some stuff too. Farm All Fanatic, how's it going? What's up? I'm thinking Doug wants to be a moderator over here. Brainstorm Makers, how's it going? Built on the Rock Homestead. Glad you could join us. Yeah, man, I got my.
Oh.
So that
people, you're weird.
Yeah, my hand's getting tore up because I'm just tearing apart. All of a sudden, everyone's gone. So yeah, I've been tearing apart pallets and frames and stuff like that. Tearing all apart, getting the wood, because that wood is going to be yeah, man hands, definitely. Tearing apart all that wood. All that wood is going to go into various parts of the build. Nothing structural, but because you know what, I probably don't want to use like old, nasty pallet wood for anything structural, but definitely it'll be a big help.
Yep.
Pallet wood for the house. We're gonna build our house out of pallet wood. Would you live in a pallet wood house?
I don't think so. It'd be a little scary. At least not this pallet wood. Actually, it's not that bad. That stuff we got over there.
That's not bad.
Not too bad.
It's not bad.
Amy said she liked the coffee commercial.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, the coffee commercial was a little bit different in that last video. I'm changing things. I'm changing it up. But I'm glad everyone enjoyed it. It's a little different. But it was a lot of fun putting that together. And I got that cool picture out of it. The picture was sweet, wasn't it?
You've been using that.
I've been putting that everywhere. I loved it.
That was nice.
We were going through that and I saw that image, man. I wanted to almost make that for the thumbnail, but it wouldn't fit. So I'm putting it everywhere else. And don't worry, that'll probably be a thumbnail somewhere. That'll show up as a thumbnail eventually.
Yeah, it's a sweet picture.
I love it.
Taylor Phillips said, I'm thinking of buying a dual fuel inverter generator. Any advice?
A dual fuel inverter generator. I think it's a good buy. I think I always like the dual fuel because like the propane usually a little cheaper than gasoline. That's for me. And then an inverter generator, I mean, those things can't be beat. Definitely works a lot better. Our generator isn't an inverter generator. Supposedly, with an inverter generator, it's a little more efficient. You can plug most things in there, and you won't have to worry about damaging any equipment and stuff like that. Were you thinking about any particular brand? Because we got the Pulsar, which has worked pretty well for us.
Yeah, before we got solar, we were using that a lot.
Before we got solar, we were running that generator hard because and you were working at the time. Um, we're putting in 9, 10 hour shifts.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was so that generator was running that whole time, 9, 10,
Otherwise,
11
we
hours.
probably wouldn't have needed a lot of electricity. But
Yeah. Oh, show.
Brainstorm Acres snowstorm going on here.
Snowstorm over in northern Arizona. We could actually get a storm over here tonight.
Yeah.
60% chance, but probably not snow. I'm thinking rain. But I'll take it. I'll take what we could get. um, Reap what you sow. How's it going? Glad you could make it. Oh, you're a little behind, eh?
I'm always a little.
It's a little delay there. The Haskins family vlog. Oh, no problem. We're glad you could make it. Glad you could make it. And we had some questions online. Someone had thrown out some questions on Facebook. They were asking about the Humanure composting. I don't know if that person's in here or not, but I'll kind of talk a little bit about that. Someone's like, you don't want to turn your Humanure. You don't want to turn the Humanure.
I wouldn't.
I wouldn't want to do that. It's all about how you layer it, and you want to use straw versus like hay or anything like that. It's all about how you layer it. Stack that up. That way, that straw allows that breathability into the compost. Doug knows all about that. Honestly, when it came to Humanure, their channel was a big one for me. I was studying amongst reading the book, the Humanure handbook, which I absolutely recommend. I was going through all their videos because there's not too many people, I think, on YouTube doing that. But I love it. That's been great so far. Well, as great as emptying poo buckets by hand can be. But I think it's good for the mind and the soul doing that.
Okay.
Because you realize how much waste.
Yeah. Actually, physically.
You physically have to remove
it.
that waste, so firsthand.
But then turning it into something useful.
Exactly.
Your waste isn't actually waste.
What's the name of that book? The Humanure Handbook by Joe Jenkins. An amazing read. Even if you aren't doing Humanure composting, I absolutely recommend that book. It's incredibly interesting. Ooh, your mom wants to know when the clay model reveal is.
Oh, well, when I get it done. So, well, hopefully soon. Crew is jostling things.
Yeah, Crew is like literally laying
He's
right by the tripod here. Josh from the City Stead, what's up? Fineth does compost it too. Yeah, there. Okay. I think it's a fantastic system.
13 Moons Homestead, how do you plan to heat and cool?
I don't think cooling is going to be as big of an issue, but I think we'll end up doing, we might end up adding like earth tubes in there as a possibility. Maybe. Yes, we are, Josh. You got that absolutely right. We're probably made at a solar chimney for cooling, but I think heating is going to be the biggest thing out here, and for that, I think we're going to do a rocket mass heater.
Yeah, we need that. But since we are having the earthen walls, plus insulation, plus we're going down into the ground, it should create pretty stable temperatures.
I'm really anxious for this build, And I can't wait to see, like, because our earthen walls are going to be almost 2 feet thick. And that's going to be difficult to do. But like, if we get that right, I mean, that will be an amazing amount of thermal mass. Plus, part of it will be going down into the ground. So, I mean, if we do it right, it could be pretty stable temperatures all year round. I can't wait. And then we plan on doing water harvesting with the domes as well. Ooh, man, if we can do that. I mean, has anyone seen water harvesting off of an Earthbag dome? Jay from Almost Homestead, how's it going? Awesome, Arizona. Glad you could make it. 13 moon, excuse me, 13 Moons Homestead. How does that work? How does what work? I forget what I was talking about. The busy little house. Thank you very much. Oh, Houston Firefox. Houston Firefox is so generous.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. We are so glad to see you. Don Goff, how's it going? Water off the domes. That's top secret. Lynette, I can't share that right now. We're still formulating the idea, but imagine if you can imagine sort of like a hat. And instead of collecting water up top, we'll be collecting it down lower. I think it'd be cool. It'd be cool. It'd be interesting to see how that works. Lynette wants to be able to post GIFs. I know. I wish. You know how many times I watch YouTube videos and I'm thinking, man, I wish I could put a GIF in the comments. So perfect.
North Star Prep Shredder asked, what will you use for the interior walls? So we're thinking we might not have too many interior walls, actually. So it's going to be 2 domes, and it might be kind of more like an open space.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Like an
yeah,
open plan.
because it's not going to be super big on the inside. So as soon as you start adding a bunch of walls and stuff like that, it's really going to close off that space quite a bit. Thanks. That's why I don't do this alone, because it would be a mess without her. Oh, Charlotte Road, thank you very much. Glad you and Scott could be here. The Red Shed, did I say hi to the Red Shed? Red Shed, how's it going? Haven't finalized the dirt mix yet. Kind of. I think we're close on that. I think we're playing around between not having a stabilizer and maybe adding concrete or cement. I get them confused all the time. So we're gonna play around a little bit more, and we might actually build something with earth bags.
Yeah, but now that we've done a number of jar tests, but I think with our most recent one, we're pretty confident of how much clay and sand we have in the soil, so we can kind of formulate our mix based on that.
Yeah, so it's now limited down. We got a bunch of things that we're gonna work with, and then put it in bags, test it out, test it over some forms, see how well it holds together. Prasad Homestead, how's it going? TNS Dogs and Dragonflies. The inside
Oh,
of
okay.
the main walls.
So the interior. So it's going to be like the inside of the earth bags will be the interior of the walls, and we'll probably do an earthen plaster just covering that.
Yep. So it'll be dirt walls.
Yeah.
2 feet thick. If we build it right, you won't Hulk proof. The Hulk won't be able to shatter these walls. Earth bags. Do we put rebar through them? No. There shouldn't be any need for rebar. The thing that holds the bags together, that holds the corset together, is just barbed wire.
So I think the key is to make sure it's stable enough, and you want to make sure you have these compasses set up to make sure that the bags are set properly on each course. And you don't want to make your domes too wide for the width of the bags. So the bags need to be wide enough, and that's why ours are about 2 feet thick, and that makes it very stable.
A very key point. You, depending on the size of the building you want, you need thicker bags if you go larger. So the larger the diameter of your dome, thicker the bags you want.
Yeah, otherwise you probably need something like rebar just to keep it from
Or buttresses.
buttresses.
Yeah, I mean, so if you need to, rebar and buttresses can be your friend. We're gonna try and get away without it. But I have been a part of an Earthbag workshop where they needed to bring in some rebar to reinforce some of those walls. Oh, Driftless Acres, thank you very much. Always enjoy watching your vids and finally caught a live stream. Keep it up from Wisconsin. Let's hear it for Wisconsin.
That's our home state.
That's our home state. Oh, memories.
Cold memories.
Cold, cold memories. Doing something like My Little Homestead channel. Yeah, quite a bit like that. Except My Little Homestead, they like to build in cylinders. So I don't think they've built a dome yet successfully. But we'll be going. We're going with the dome, just because a little cheaper. If you don't have to put on a roof or anything like that, as cheap as we can make it with being as safe and durable as possible. Yeah. We're not going to cheap out on getting something structurally sound. Well, thank you very much, Broussard Homestead. We appreciate that. Yeah, it's going to be a challenge, I think, building this thing. It's a lot of hard physical work. I don't know if anyone knows exactly what goes into Earthbag building, but it's physical. It's hard physical labor. So if you're ever thinking about doing that, keep in mind it's a lot of work. Yeah, we're pretty excited about it. I think in the desert climate, Earthbag, definitely a way to go. Work party. It just might be. Honestly, there's a lot of people in this area that are interested in this kind of thing. I got a lot of friends out here. We'll bring them in and be like, we'll put out the clarion call. But like, off-grid build coming. Let's do some tamping. Pa-pa.
M. Rogers, Mike, curious as to how often you guys see snow and or freezing temps.
We did actually see a little snow. How long was that ago? Maybe a few weeks ago?
Oh, maybe
Two,
1 or 2 weeks.
1 or 2 weeks ago. But just a smattering of snow.
Yeah.
But last winter, we had a snowstorm and we had like 6 to 8 inches.
Yeah. And that seemed like a lot for this area.
Yeah, I think that was kind of unusual. But that was pretty wild. And when we get precipitation here, whether it's snow or rain, the the evaporation rate around here is just a whole lot less with since we're not getting as much sun. And if there's any kind of shade, that ground could stay wet for when's the last time we had any precipitation out there? That ground is still muddy out there, even if it's been like a week or two.
One thing about living in a desert, the daytime and nighttime temperatures can be really like 30 or 40 degrees difference. So, like the coldest it gets around here might be down to 10 degrees. Usually it's more like 20, 30.
Yeah.
And daytime temperatures might be 50 to 60 degrees.
So daytime temperatures and the sun has to be shining because if those clouds are out, the clouds were out today and it felt super cold. But once that sun is out, man, 50, 60 degrees, it feels like summer. It feels nice. Jay from Almost Homestead said he attended a Earthbag workshop.
Oh, really?
So I got a taste of that.
That's cool.
Root cellar, it's a possibility. I've seen people do that. Root cellar with earth bags.
Yeah, I think it makes a good root cellar.
And it makes a good water tank, am I right? Of course, that's going to be another part of the build.
Mm-hmm.
Open Gate Farmstead.
Can you imagine over 13 feet of snow?
No, I can't.
Low.
I can't. I don't want to. I don't want to imagine that. Open Gate Farmstead, that is a good question. We were talking about that. I think it would. I think with those thick walls, I don't think cooling is going to be an issue. And definitely underground, I definitely want to see how that performs. I think for sure the portion that's underground will maintain that temperature year round. And we'll see what the top dome does. But I think it'll regulate pretty well.
Mm-hmm.
In fact, I don't think like I said, I don't think cooling is going to be an option. What do you think? Or I don't think it's going to be as necessary. I think it's going to maintain a pretty nice temperature. Because if anything, we might need to heat in the winter. Rocket stove.
Yeah, and North Star Prep Starter was asking if we had plans for a Earthbag root cellar. So basically, we're planning on having an area in the house that's below ground level for storing food and things. So it would be kind of like a root cellar.
Yeah. And so a couple areas down below that will act as a food storage. And then I think like the bedroom, our bedroom will be down below. Styra's Homestead, how's it going? Glad you could pop in. How you doing? Jim's Dungeon. That's right. We're going to have a dungeon out here. Ecocentric Homestead, how you doing? Open Gate Farmstead talking about a greenhouse. We'll definitely have greenhouses out here. But they'll be away from the house. What, toward the west?
Possibly. Although We are talking about some growing space because these domes are going to be quite tall and there's going to be extra vertical room. We're talking about like, could we do some kind of growing inside and make use of that vertical space? And it would also be climate controlled in the house, of course.
Yeah, we're pretty excited about that prospect because as wide as the diameter of your dome is, that's how tall it has to be. So since we're having this thing 20 feet wide, it's going to be 20 feet tall. Oh, that's okay, Stivers. Man, we know you're busy with kids and the animals and everything like that. What do you think that the idea of converting an in-ground swimming pool into a greenhouse? Technically, that's almost kind of not converting one, but like we're gonna have an in-ground greenhouse is what we want to do. So yeah, definite possibilities. I
Like a
think.
sunken
Yeah, I mean, if the pool is already there, definitely, I'd give that a shot. That's what we want to do for our greenhouse. Get it down on the ground. Hopefully, regulate those temperatures a little bit better.
Will you have any windows in the dome?
Yep. We don't have everything completely planned out yet. We're still working on finalizing some of these things, but I'm sure we'll have like some traditional windows in there. I don't know. What do you think about bottles?
Yeah, we gotta have bottles.
Gotta have bottles doing something like that. Maybe add some round windows in there. Lighting is definitely going to be important and definitely something we have to consider. Making sure we got everything in place. Yeah, there's going to be a lot of digging. Oh, show. That's what we do out here. Crystal Strong, how's it going? Glad you could make it.
Maybe you could have a moat.
Oh,
for
Food
extra water
Foresters.
storage.
Well, good night, Food Foresters. Glad you could be here.
Night. I like that idea.
What's that?
A moat.
A moat? We could do
Put
a moat.
A moat around our house.
We couldn't keep a moat. If we had enough water for a moat, that would be pretty awesome. I doubt we could get quite that much going here. I don't think it'd be that. John Q. Glass, how's it going? A dry moat? Can we do a dry moat? Maybe. Should we go over our show and tell?
Oh, sure. Gators in the moat. Yeah.
What? Gators in the moat. Homestead Witchery, how's it going? So man, we got cards. Christmas cards. That we just wanted to like kind of acknowledge. We got a bunch of things from people. We wanted to just thank them. I mean, got this card here from Brainstorm Acres. So nice. I got a whole bunch of seeds. Oh man, I love adding seeds to the collection. Henry Irene, that was very generous of them. We really appreciate that. That was very kind of you to do that. If you're still here, thank you. I did see them in here earlier. We got another card. Jay and Jen. Almost Homestead. They've been friends for a while. We really appreciate that. Thank you so much at Almost Homestead. I destroyed the cards. New Orleans gardener. She sent us a card. Whole bunch of seeds. Because we mentioned to her about how we enjoyed the broccoli romanesco she was growing was simply amazing, and she sent us some seeds.
Yeah, that's really thoughtful.
That was very, very thoughtful, very generous. And then we won a contest. Southern Blessed Homestead, they had their first live. If they're still here, we got that. Multi-tool.
Ooh.
How sweet is that? I want to say they had their first live and they had this giveaway. And the first giveaway, the first thing they gave away on their first live, I got the right answer.
You guessed I think you should play the lottery more because you're good at guessing things.
Actually, the lottery is our retirement plan.
Oh, okay.
That's how we plan to retire in Easy Street, right? Win the lottery. The Stivers has the same plan. Right on. Get the lottery, then you don't gotta worry about anything.
Sherry wants to know where Crew is.
Oh, is it a crew break? Crew is where he's usually at.
Is at this time.
It's not gonna be much of a surprise, but here it goes. There's Crew. Crew break. Taking up the couch like he usually does. Crew came. Inspector Crusoe, that's right. One thing we were thinking about doing is we could do a 24-hour live stream with a camera attached to Crew's head, and then we could just see a day in the life of Crew. What do you think? Would anybody up for that? It would honestly probably be very boring. Yeah, it's just going to be mostly him sleeping, and then unless there's a cow around, and then everything breaks loose. Yeah.
He was chasing a tumbleweed today, though.
Oh yeah.
Because it was windy.
He's almost got that movement when something moves, and that's when he sees things. Then he's on it. Otherwise, he doesn't care. Bub said he would just like to see a video of us putting a camera on Crew's head. Honestly, that would be difficult. Crew does not...
Could be entertaining.
Does not like things on his head. Putting things on him is not good. He's not one for costumes, oddly enough. But I've seen so many costumes that I would just love to throw on him. Ah, didn't I remember I showed you that Stormtrooper costume?
Yeah.
How sweet would that be?
That would be impossible, dude.
I don't think they make Stormtrooper costumes in the size big enough for Crew. And it might be a bad idea putting armor on him, honestly.
Be unstoppable.
You've just created an unstoppable machine. Midlife prices, what's up? Midlife prices. They just got a bunch of bricks for building their Adobe pizza oven, and they promised pizza for us when it's done.
Yay.
I'm holding you up to that, Midlife prices.
Pizza party.
Pizza party. Man, I'm hungry.
Oh, this Stu's been enjoying our videos.
Thank you very much.
Thanks.
It's always weird when people say like, "Oh, we enjoy the stuff you watch." I'm like, "What? Really? You watch us?" Pizza party for sure. All right, we got witnesses. We got witnesses. Pizza party at the Prices. The Naked Gardener. How's it going? Oh no, it's Mrs. NG. Well, how's it going? Well, thank you very much. We appreciate you being here. Iron Doggy. Duh. Oh yeah. Could you imagine that? Can you imagine crew with Stark Tech armor?
Too dangerous.
They're gonna video it. Well, I hope so. We need to see that. We need to see that video. Gridlessness. Oh yeah, I've heard of gridlessness, but I haven't seen any of the videos yet. We'll check them out. We'll check them out.
It could be Chewbacca. I like that.
You realize, of course, now we're going to use that somewhere. Chewbacca is going to Crewbacca is going to make a an appearance in a video. McCoy's Old Quail Farm said they had homemade pizza tonight. Oh man, enough of pizza. I'm getting hungry again.
You're torturing him.
I'm torturing. Now I want pizza. 13 Wounds at Home says wants to know if we have an oven. We kind of have an oven inside here, inside the RV, but it does not. The propane oven doesn't work.
Well, I don't know. I haven't messed with it too much.
Yeah, it's possible I could do something with it to get it back in operating order, but I haven't really bothered with it.
It might just be tricky getting it lit.
Yeah.
But I'm scared. So, like, we usually use a toaster oven.
We got a toaster oven, electric toaster oven, and that's been working for us okay so far, but I think we're probably going to end up rocket stove. Probably cook with that. Probably build some type of oven as well, right?
Cob oven.
Cob oven. Cob oven. You got it. If you live in the desert, you got to have a cob oven. And exactly right. Exactly right. It would be good for testing the soil and building something. But I'll let the Prices do it first. That way, I can learn from what they do, right? See, now you're making. See, Josh is getting hungry too now.
Homestead Witchery, do you guys have a timeline as to when you might be in the house?
It's a little difficult. It's a little difficult to put a timeline on that because I honestly don't know how long this is going to take.
We've never built a house before.
We've never built a house before.
And it seems like every time we try to do something new, it just takes longer.
It takes longer because you got to figure everything out. There's all the work, filling the bags and everything like that. Plus, we're using single bags rather than tubes. So that process is going to take longer too.
I think we do have a limit on our building permit as to when we have to have it built.
Yeah.
So that is when? In a couple of years?
Yeah. We actually have to have it done with it.
Hopefully it's built before a couple of years, but hopefully sometime this year.
And hopefully we gotta do something to try and get it ready before monsoon season. But I like what the Stiver said here. From experience, don't make a timeline, just enjoy the ride. Yeah. Because you put a timeline on it, and it's gonna cause like a whole bunch of undue stress,
Yeah.
things like that. And it's really, I mean, how many times do you get to build your dream house, right, in your life? So it's definitely an experience. That'll definitely be an amazing experience if I can start talking right. And I think it'll be a lot of memories, and just a time we can really kind of cherish, right? Or maybe we'll look back and be like, never again.
Glad that's over.
Glad that's over. Never building with Earthbag again. But it's been fun even playing with the soil. Like, oh man, doing those test bricks, it was so fun getting out the dirt, mixing that up with the sand and stuff like that. Ah, I can't wait for the build. I bet you're upset you couldn't get your hands in the mud. Well, you got your hands in the mud a little bit, didn't you? She's like, don't remind me of that. It's a failed thumbnail pic that you'll never get to see.
It was cold.
Super cold temperatures in the morning. How cold would you say it was that morning?
I don't know. It was probably around freezing temperature.
Probably around freezing temperatures. She goes, get some water, makes some mud, and has her hands covered in mud, dripping. And then she used ice cold freezing water to wash all the mud off. Oh man.
And then he's like, no, can't use that.
I was like, get out of here with that. I'm taking over. You've been in enough thumbnails already. Time for Jim to get back in here. Are you ready though? Are you ready for the build?
I don't know. I'm looking forward to it. I think I'm gonna enjoy the plastering part more than the bag part. So I could be a little more creative with it.
Yeah, I'm thinking like for that, she's probably gonna kick me off the job. Like, okay, now that the house is done, now it's plastering. Jim, you're out. I'm in. She's gonna probably do the whole thing herself. I'll be the mix master, is what it'll be. Houston Firefox, thank you so much for the super chat. Wants to know, does the mud coffee leave an aftertaste?
Kind of an earthy aftertaste.
Yeah, earthy aroma, earthy aftertaste. Definitely, definitely a little gritty. Whoa, are you really far back?
Probably.
Big Dreams Homestead wants to know, can you do different colors with the plastering?
Yeah.
Yeah, I believe you can. And do you plan on you want to do different colors with it? But the cool thing, though, is if you use just the lime plaster, it'll have a kind of like a white.
Yeah, because lime is white.
It'll be a white color, which would be even better for living in the desert. If we have the white domes, because then that'll help cool as well. Keep the sun off of it. Reflect it.
But I was.
Oh man, look at farming our backyard.
Yeah, they know what's up.
They know what's up. Yeah, I won't argue with that. Farming our backyard. She's got the face. That's why I've been putting. I'm like, what am I doing? She's the star of the show. We got to put her face on the thumbnails. And you know what? Our channel blew up. Some of those videos did amazing. Of course, we had that video not too long ago with just the truck way off in the distance. That's got like 14,000 views now. And there's almost nothing in there except a truck way off in the distance. Sometimes it's hit or miss.
John Q. Glass, you probably mentioned it, but why are you not building with straw bale?
That's a good question. I'm glad you brought that up. Straw bale is an absolutely amazing building technique. And I definitely recommend if you have the money, straw bale can definitely be a way to go because a very like for your money you can't get more insulative than straw bale. But it's a little extra as far as cost because if you're building strictly with straw bale, um, you gotta do footers. You gotta raise it up off the ground. You're gonna use traditional roofing to keep that off, to keep cover that, and it's got to be a pretty big roof. Whatever size building you have, you want to have that roof hang,
Yeah, large overhangs
a large
to
overhang
protect
to
the
protect
walls.
that. But I mean, I definitely recommend it if you have the means.
Yeah.
And we might end up actually incorporating straw bale in with this build. We'll see.
Yeah, we have to see.
Dahlia from Welcome to Chickalandia. Glad you could make it. Party can start now. All right. We were actually waiting, Dahlia, for you to get here, and we all sat in silence until just before you showed up. Yes, absolutely. We were gonna. Someone just came in. We're gonna start over. We're gonna start the whole thing over, right from the beginning. Whoa, Square One Farms, you made it. You absolutely made a live show. Thank you. Oh, everyone's here. All of our friends are here. Honestly, you guys are awesome.
Yeah, you are.
Yeah, I mean, and straw bale too. It's tough to find.
Yeah, I think it probably really depends on where you are and if you can locate materials because it has to be really good quality.
You have to be
bales.
particular with those bales. I mean, can't they gotta have been stored inside. Can't have been exposed to moisture. Pesticide free. You want it pristine bales. And bales can be expensive out here compared to some places. Like I think bales that we can get within driving distance are probably around $11 a bale. What?
So we were talking about that building during the cold season. And yeah, that's a concern if you are going to have cement that you're building with because that messes with the cement curing.
Yes, that is a concern, and it's something that we got to think about because we want to get started ASAP on this build, and the excavator might be here sometime this month. So it's something we're considering. We don't know if we can actually put earth into the bags while we still might get freezing temperatures because you're absolutely right. It could affect the integrity of the bags. So it's definitely something that we're trying to.
Yeah. But as far as cement goes, I'd like to avoid using that in our build if we can get away with that. I think we might be able to with the type of soil we have. But of course, we're still kind of testing things.
Yeah, absolutely. ICPs. Have we considered ICPs? What are ICPs? Put that down there. Not sure. Do you know what ICPs are?
Is that kind of like what Derek is doing? No, that's
I'm thinking ICF, right? Insulated.
ICP. Or ICBs? ICB.
Oh yeah, that could be. Is that what you mean? ICBs filled with concrete. Yeah. I have not personally considered that. I haven't really looked into it too much. I think a lot of people are doing that now. With the insulated concrete, and I believe one of our neighbors, yeah, Derek Howlett, I believe they're going with, the insulated concrete to do that. But I'm thinking that might be a little bit more expensive than what we're trying to do. And again, you need uh, a good foundation. You're going to be paying money for a roof. Although, if you can, if you got the money, um, I think it's another great way of building because, I think you get the advantages of thermal mass and um, insulation right there. Dahlia making jokes. Am I missing them? ICPs. Oh my goodness. I missed all those. Dahlia, you're going to have to behave yourself. I can't believe this is coming from a moderator. Yeah. I believe Handyman is using the ICF. And, I think the build will go really fast for them. And it's going to be a great way of building. Very, oh. So he was at Harbor Freight. Yeah. That's pretty cool. Jim's in town gardening. How's it going? Oh, Big Dreams Homestead. Have a good night. So do you need more than just dirt in our bags for the strength of our structure? Yeah, for sure. We'll probably at least need to add sand for sure in there because with the type of soil we have right now, it's a little clay heavy. I'm thinking 1/3 of our soil is going to be clay. So we'll probably need to moderate that, add a little bit of sand in there. And I think usually a lot of people add cement as a stabilizer, but we're going to see if we can work around that and not have to add that. Good night. It's the City Stead, Crystal. We're almost about done here ourselves. Thanks so much, everyone, for joining in. Again, we really appreciate everyone out here. Do we have any final questions? Do you have any questions? Well, everyone, thanks so much for joining us. The Haskins family, you guys going to be live? You guys going live tonight? But thanks so much for joining us. We really appreciate you being here. Man, we're always honored every time people join us. Thanks so much. Have a good night, everyone. Bye. Yes, we will. They're going live. We're going to visit the Haskins family after we're done here. Go check them out. That's always a good time at the Haskins. All right, good night, everyone.